I think I noticed today how very quickly, when I get caught up in a vicious circle, how very quickly whatever it is I've given meaning that has usually created a problem. So the meaning I apply is usually, for me, is there's a problem. So and one recurring theme for me is Maria being late. And it's not just Maria, actually, it's anyone. But but I held a lot of meaning associated with people being late. So today we had a call scheduled this afternoon, and I was like, oh, we've had the whole morning to kind of do whatever we want and relax and prep, and she can't even turn up to the meeting on time. So she's like 5 minutes past the time we were meant to meet, and I got a message that said, I need 15 minutes. Right, so on I hop to the vicious circle. Right, and the story goes, okay, so Maria's late. She clearly doesn't really care about catching up with me when we're separated by lockdown, having to manage a long distance relationship, and this piece of work we're meant to be doing is never going to happen if we don't have time to do it. She's so disrespectful because she knows how I feel about her being late. But so not only now does she not care, but she's disrespectful. So if she doesn't care and she's disrespectful, there's a critical problem in our relationship. So all of a sudden, we're in crisis. This is all going on for me whilst I'm sitting there waiting for Maria to turn up to the call. And then I noticed, I mean, it might be the prep for this call that helped. It might be having a little bit of understanding that's very helpful, that I noticed how I was feeling. And my mood had completely plummeted, and I'd been feeling quite good. I'd had a productive morning, I'd had a relaxed morning, I'd had a great time, I turned up on time, all was well. And suddenly I was thinking about this critical problem in our relationship. My mood had completely gone down. I was stressing about my whole afternoon being disrupted. And I noticed that. And I was able to take a step back. And because I was aware of what was going on for me, a little bit of space emerged. And I managed to hold that space for Maria. So instead of like taking all the space and sharing with her exactly why we have a critical problem here, I managed to ask how she was getting on, and it turned out that she'd had a really challenging morning. She's exhausted after 15 days of lockdown and dealing with those implications, and had been to and from the hospital and ferrying food to her dad, who's in hospital, and was having a morning of really taking care of her family. And she still showed up to a call with me 15 minutes late. I suddenly thought, well, she could have just cancelled the whole call. She cares enough to show up. So suddenly I was seeing who she is, which is an amazing woman who is in this challenging situation and is really rising to it. And I was able to see Maria, and that was a completely different experience of her and of our relationship, and we're no longer critical. I was no longer critical, right? So the relationship was not in a critical position, and I wasn't being critical. And it was very helpful to know that it was possible, or most likely, that it was the meaning I was giving to her not turning up, being late, that was the problem, or that was what was happening, not really anything Maria was doing.